Can you share some points what we discussed?
Points point that why Arjuna denied to fight. First of all, the destruction of family traditions, and second, indecision.
Right. Varna Sankara. Third one is sinful reaction. Fourth one is Varna Sankara. So fifth one is indecision. So just we will revise once. This is that. That reason Arjuna told. You are coming for first time, right? Nikhil. You are coming for first time. So far we discussed first chapter. First chapter is means that Bhagavad Gita is not yet started. That Arjuna told he wants to see who are all fighting. So he told Krishna to drive the chariot. You might have read it. Krishna also kept the chariot in front of the two armies. Then when he saw, then he told this 5 reasons he gave why he will not fight. So this was the first is compassion. So he was compassion for what? Yeah, for body, blood relation. Second one he told loss of enjoyment. So why he told that? Yeah, if I fight and if I kill them, then after getting that kingdom also, to whom I will show my opulences? Nobody will know that. Third one is fear of sinful reaction. So his fear was that if I kill Bhishma and Drona, then I will get sin because they are very great personalities. Dronacharya is my guru. How I can kill my guru? Killing guru is sin. And the devotee, Bhishma is a great personality. He's a devotee also. So if I kill him, then I have to get sin. So that fear he had. Then who can say that fourth one? What exactly destruction of family tradition means? Why Arjuna denied? Yeah.
They will know.
Yeah. Huh? Yeah, nobody is there to protect them. So in that way, then what will happen? There is a bad, unscrupulous person who doesn't follow dharma. This type of people means kind of gunda, we can say, na? A low class people. They will come and exploit the woman. So from them, unwanted progeny will born. Then he gave some reason. They will not follow dharma. They will not do this pinda. So in this way, this ancestors also will suffer. I gave that example, putra. What was putra means? Okay, पुत्रा is son. Generally we say पुत्र means son बोलते, पर उसको meaning में बताया था. Deliver the answer. Putra means delivering. Delivering the ancestors from hellish planet called Put. There is a hellish planet called Put. So the putra means delivering. Mantra. That's what it is. Delivering the mind. Why we are chanting Hari. Tukaram Maharaj also said, na, Hari Mukhe Hari Mukhe Hari Kana. So it delivers the mind from the so many anxieties. So like this, there is that putra. He has to deliver the ancestors. The last one is indecision, which we are going to discuss today. So we have completed the first chapter. Second chapter title is Contents of the Gita Summarized. Why it is told Gita summarized? That whole summary is given here. What Gita is going to speak. There are different types of yoga Gita is telling. Sankhya Yoga, Karma Yoga, Jnana Yoga, Dhyana Yoga, Ashtanga Yoga, then Bhakti Yoga. So Sankhya Yoga means, does anybody knows? You had? If you have read Bhagavad Gita, you might have came across. Sankhya means analysis. Analyzing the matter and spirit. Matter means earth, water, fire, air. These elements, they are all matter. Spirit is soul. So analyzing and then come to the conclusion. That is Sankhya philosophy. Then Karma Yoga. So what kind of karma one has to do? Duty. So that it discuss which is right, which is wrong, which is higher duty, which is lower duty. That all the things will come. Then Jnana Yoga means studying scriptures and acquiring the knowledge. So these different types of people, they perform that yoga and different duties they also has. Like Jnana Yoga, they only study scripture, they don't do any action. Means they don't do any karma. When the sin will come, when you will get sin, पाप कब लगता है?
Which is against the
Huh? Adharma. Same. You said against the dharma, adharma. Wrong activity. गलती करेंगे पाप आएगा. अच्छा चीज करेंगे पुण्य मिलेगा. So their jnana is, their concept is, I don't do anything. I will read and then I will do some kind of study scripture and giving knowledge. That means I won't do activity only. Renounced person बोलते हैं ना, renounced. वो लोग हैं. So they won't do any activity. Then comes Ashtanga Yoga. Ashtanga yogis भी बोलते हैं ना, योगी लोग रहते हैं ना, Patanjali can say. So this Patanjali yogi, the yoga, the system they follow. The yoga system has 8 level. यम नियम, यमा नियम बोलते हैं. क्या करना है, क्या नहीं करना है. फिर बहुत आसनास करते हैं. So asana also has many types. Surya Namaskar, you might have seen many asanas. Then comes pranayama. Then pratyahara, dharana, dhyana, samadhi. Like this 8 level is there. So one level they will do first do's and don'ts. Then asana is for controlling the senses. Pranayama is for controlling the mind. After controlling and senses mind, then they will focus on, meditate on God. That is the samadhi state. Through that meditation, slowly they will bring the soul from up. The soul, when a person dies, there are Navadvara is there in our body. 9 holes. Maybe going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then 6, 7 eyes also. Then comes one is for passing water and passing that sacred wastage. So like this 9 holes are there. Soul goes out from this path only. Some people while dying they open their mouth, right? ऐसा मुंह खुला ही रहता है. That's why they tie. देखने में थोड़ा अजीब लगता है. So that's why they tie that. So their soul passes through these 9 holes, any hole. But this yogi, what they will do, internally they will close the hole by the yoga practice. Then slowly they elevate the whole soul. And then from here, where you keep this sikhana, from there it will break and the soul can go out. And they can go to that where they want to go. That is the perfection of yoga. Nowadays, yoga means just doing some exercise, keeping the hair, body fit. That's what they know. But yoga purpose is not that. That is side benefit. Okay, we'll start from verse number 1. Sanjaya uvacha tam tata kripaya vishtam Ashrupurna Pulakshanam Visidantam idam vakyam Uvacha Madhusudana. Who is speaking this verse? Sanjaya. So what Sanjaya said? Seeing Arjuna full of compassion, his mind depressed, his eyes full of tears, Madhusudana, Krishna spoke the following words. So Arjuna was so much depressed. So Krishna is going to speak. So last verse we saw that Arjuna told, means that first chapter last verse, I will not fight. I am unable to fight. He kept that bow and arrow aside. So here Dhritarashtra is very happy because he is thinking that Arjuna is not going to fight because of his very weakness. What is the weakness of heart we will see. So he is not going to fight, that I am only going to get the kingdom. Dhritarashtra is very happy. But Sanjaya told that, don't think like that. That's why he used the word Madhusudana, Vacha Madhusudana. Madhusudana means one who kill the demon Madhu. That's why Madhusudana. So now Krishna will kill the doubt of Arjuna also. That's why directly he is indicating that Arjuna will come back and fight. Don't think that Arjuna will leave. So here you can see his eyes full of tears. Here Arjuna is means crying. So we can understand that even though he is very skillful person, Arjuna is not some ordinary person. He fought with even demigods also, Devatas. He fought and won Indra. He fought with even Lord Shiva. He got that weapon called Pasupati, one weapon. So that weapon he got. But now you see he is crying. Such a skillful person also. So that's what when there is problem from our side and with our own intelligence and mind, we cannot solve the problem. Even such a great personality, Arjuna also finding difficulty.
Can I just tell the incident where Arjuna fought with Indra? Because Arjuna was actually Indra, right?
Huh?
Like Arjuna was actually the putra of Indra.
Ah.
So like, can you tell the incident like why he fought with the Indra?
So incident what happened that Arjuna once went to these heavenly planets. There he was looking at Urvasi. So Urvasi was very young, means their demigods they will be very young. But Urvasi thought that Arjuna wants to be with me. So she proposed, but he denied. That one thing. And in somewhere it comes, he fought with him. Even Lord Shiva also he fought. The purpose what Arjuna wants to show his skill. But it is not something real fight. So they were very happy and they gave many weapons. He gave one sunk also, right? Devadatta. That one sunk also he gave to Arjuna. So it is not some kind of fight due to enmity, something like that. He fought with many demigods and he so proved his skill and then he got many weapons. Through that weapons only he can fight and kill many demons and that helps him to in Kurukshetra war. That's why Krishna also arranged things. It is not some kind of enmity through it happened. So when he denied, then she became angry and she also cursed Urvasi also Arjuna. And then there was some fight will happen. So that time he fought and Indra was very much pleased. Even you are a person from earthly planet. So you won. So means you are fighting very nicely. So I want to give some gift. So they gave many demigods give many gifts. So that was this such a skillful person also unable to take a decision when the problem occurs. This type of he unable to take any decision. That was the fifth reason, right? Indecision. Generally, person who is in ignorance of self-realization. Who am I? If somebody that answer we will see. First, Krishna's answer is that only. Who am I? Not this body. Then who am I? So that is called self-realization. If somebody doesn't know that self-realization, who am I and from where I came and whom I belongs to, these three things, if someone doesn't know, then he will be always in problem. And whatever solution he tries to find out on his own, again it leads to another problem. Here Arjuna's compassion is for body because he is thinking they are my relatives. Before you see, he fought with many people, many demons also he fought. At that time he did not find any difficulty. But here now he is finding difficulty because my people. So that's why he was unable to take any decision. So that's what Acharya says. This is not true compassion, false compassion. Because this compassion is for body, not for soul. That's why he became very weak, unable to take decision. Even a strong person also will be shaken by the problem in material life. He may be very strength. He might have so much strength. Academically, he will be powerful. He might be having so much education, means material knowledge, but still he cannot face the problem. They will be agitated. The thing is, no material solution is there for the problem. There is only spiritual guidance are required. That's what Arjuna will come to that conclusion. My mind, my intelligence will not work here. So I have to surrender to Lord Krishna. That we will see in that coming futures verses. So the same, that's why Bhagavad Gita was given to Arjuna, not only to Arjuna. Through Arjuna, Krishna wants to give this Bhagavad Gita knowledge to all the human beings. Then they can face the problem in their life. It helps to surpass any problem. In one sense, you see, these are all not at all problem. The real problem is something different. But we think this is problem. Like, for example, you can see one of my brother's friend is there. He's an ambulance driver. So whenever he take this patients, that time this relatives also cries because some emergency only ambulance is required, right? Person sometimes dies in ambulance only. So people start cries. He finds it very difficult because he has to go very fast. And then if they cry, and he generally speaks, he tells that so much trouble it will be for driving also because people are crying and they cannot concentrate. So he sometimes tells also, don't cry, chastise also, don't cry, then only I can drive properly here. If people shout like this, they will shout, jaldi jao, bolte, unko thoda agitate hota hai. But he told once his realization, in his home, his relative got some health issue. So that time what he told, he has to take his brother, I think, got accident, met with some accident, then his health issue became very critical, from whom he has to take him to hospital. That time he had so much attachment for his brother. He told, I cannot drive ambulance. If I drive, my heart is not proper. Means बहुत weak, ऐसा थोड़ा बहुत अजीब लग रहा है. I cannot drive now. So better you can drive. He called another driver. So that driver took. So he told that I drove many times. Many people died also, but I did not care. But when my person, like my relative, that time I felt difficulty that I felt that I cannot drive also. This is the same situation Arjuna is undergoing. He fought with many person without any trouble. But when he has to fight with his own relative, he said, I cannot fight. I will keep that bow aside. This is because of misidentification. Identifying with the body. There is two things there, I and mind, we say. So in general, everyone likes his own body very much. Even he's black also, ugly also, whatever it may be, he likes. He wants to keep that body very nicely, decorate it. Mind means belongs to this body. My father, mother, brother, sister, everything. Generally, we do now. Why we are working for myself, and then I have to support my family also. This I and mind conscious. So Arjuna's that illusion, this lamentation is because of this identification belief. It is like dream. So when you got some dream like some thief is coming and trying to kill you, or you are falling from some big pit is there, you are trying about to fall. So immediately you will shout, right? Why?
People are praying, not know what will happen after the death. The what is there after life. So we woke up.
Okay.
Yeah.
We shout like sometimes tiger is coming and going to pounce on us. Immediately we'll shout and wake up. We shout. What is the reason why we are shouting? Okay. We cannot? Okay. You understood my question? It is actually not truth, but why we are shouting? Why we are fearful? That is my question. Then it is dream only, right? As soon as you get up, you see no, there is no tiger or nothing. You take little water and you will become very peaceful, then you sleep. Actually, in dream, we think that I am that body, that imaginary body. I am that, and there is really tiger is there. Tiger is going to kill me. But as soon as we wake up, we will understand that is not true. That is imaginary. Similarly, this is what happened with Arjuna. This is what happening here also. That is night dream. It is daydream. This body is undergoing and taking many other bodies only. This in this life we got this human body. I am so and so, belongs to so and so family. But at the same time, what happened after this death? This body is gone and it will take another body. The soul will accept another because soul doesn't die, body only dies. The soul will accept another body. As soon as it accepts the soul, what it thinks, I am this body, and these relatives are mine. So as soon as we also awakened in spiritual knowledge, then we can understand I am not this body, and they are also not belongs to me. This will be this Arjuna's first answer. That his reason is first reason is compassion. False compassion for body. So Arjuna, Krishna tells that you are not this body, you are soul. Like that's why that dream I gave. How in night we get a dream that is false we think. Similarly, daydream also there. This also false only. So how it is false that when Krishna gives answer, we will see. Krishna gives many analysis. How we are not this body, we are soul. He gives example also. Like a person is swimming and then he is drowning. So he went in very deep, he gone and he drowned. So that time you are jumped and you want to protect him. So while protecting, you protected only his shirt. You want to pull him, but you protected his shirt. Then after you come, people are telling, "Arey, that fellow is dead." So what? I protected his shirt. See, it is his shirt. So are there any worthy? So similarly, we are trying to protect this body only, not soul. So the outer cover of body is shirt. Similarly, this outer cover of the soul is body. We are only thinking about this body only, not soul. This is what Arjuna wants to protect, this body, not soul. Krishna will give that answer. Even people does many charitable activity, right? What do you call that? Well-wishing things, something like that they will do. Annadhan. So many dhan they will do. But that is also finally you see it is for body. It is said that amongst this charity, the best charity is Annadhan. Because once whatever you give again and again, people will accept. 100 rupees you give, 1000 rupees you give, lakhs also you give, they will accept. But food, how much you give? So that's why they say this food is the very best charity. But after 5 hours again we'll ask food. अभी भर गए यार, एक बार digest हो गया फिर उनको भूख लगेगा. And that is also something like saving the shirt of a drowning person. है कि नहीं? But soul nobody is carrying. So that is called self-realization. What is soul? How to save the soul? So here Arjuna is Krishna's dear friend. है कि नहीं? Both are contemporary. So Krishna thought that I should save my friend. That's why he will speak the next word, next sloka. Sri Bhagavan Vacha Utastva Idam Vishame Samupastitam Anaryajushtamasvargyam Akirti Karam Arjuna. Can someone try to recite? You can also learn how to recite sloka. You want to try? You can try. If it is wrong, I can help. Okay, next time you can do. So here, what is mentioned in this first line? Okay. What was mentioned here? First, Jaya Uvacha, Arjuna Uvacha, Dhritarashtra Uvacha Visa. Why here Krishna Uvacha is not there? Yeah. So scripture is telling that Krishna is not an ordinary person. People say, no, he's also some ordinary person only. It's not, but here what it is mentioned in scripture, Bhagavan Uvacha. It is not mentioned Krishna, some like Arjuna, some not general person. Said Bhagavan Uvacha. So what Bhagavan said, the Supreme Personality of Godhead said, my dear Arjuna, how have these impurities come upon you? They are not at all befitting a man who knows the value of life. They lead not to higher planets, but to infamy. Here Arjuna is telling, I will not fight, right? That is, Krishna is telling, it is impurity. Because you took birth in such a wonderful family. As a Kshatriya, you have to fight. But now we are telling you will not fight. This is not a proper for a Aryan. Aryan bolte na, Arya Samaj. So they are the spirit, they have to fight and protect the people. And they are all adharmis, they are following adharma. You have to fight. You are telling you will not fight. What kind of person you are? And from where this type of thought came to you? It is not a befit. They are not at all befitting a man who knows the value of life. It doesn't befits you. By this, what only he will not go to a higher planet, and it will give you infamy. Means what do you say? Infamy means disreputation. It brings disreputation. Now also, in future also, after death also, people will criticize you. You have to fight. Krishna wants to tell that one. So here we can see Krishna is introduced here, speaker, Bhagavan. Right from the beginning, Krishna is Bhagavan only. Bhagavan meaning is he has 6 opulences. Anybody knows what is that 6 opulence?
Infinite being,
Huh?
being,
Yeah,
knowledge,
yeah. Good. We saw in previous chapters. Krishna has 6 opulence, which no one has that. Strength, wealth, knowledge, beauty, fame, and renunciation. These are the 6 opulence. Aishwaryasya, Samagrasya, Viryasya, Yasasya, Shriya, Jnana, Vairagya. So this comes in Padma Puran. That how Bhagavan, what is the meaning of Bhagavan? Aishwarya means wealth. So you can see so many people, they have strength, wrestlers especially. But any wrestlers, name something you can tell. Rock, something like that. Like old people also, you can see some wrestlers were there. Now you see their photo, they will be very thin. What happened to their strength? So how much strength one may have, that may be for some time. It takes some 20 years, 25 years. After that, they use so much medicine, this, that, their body also become very weak and so much reaction also will come. So the strength is not permanent. Wealth. If you see wealth, people, so many richest people are there. Like Satipati, Crorepati is there. Arapati bolte na? Arapati, Crorepati, millionaire, billionaire. But who is Krishna? Yeah, Lakshmipati. His wife is Lakshmi, right? Narayana's wife is Lakshmi. Oh, Lakshmi Narayan, Sitaram, Radha Krishna, all same personalities. So he is Lakshmipati. So what all I told, strength, wealth, then knowledge. This knowledge, Bhagavad Gita knowledge was given minimum Dwapariga, end of Dwapariga, 5,000 years back, 5,500 years back. Still this knowledge is worshipped. Still this knowledge we can use to solve our problem of life. So that's what knowledge. Have you ever seen somebody written book, even 200 years over, still it is very famous? Very, very rare, 200 years also. So this is 5,500. So such a knowledge only Lord can give. And what else? Beauty. Always he is 16 years old. You cannot see Krishna in old, white hair and with a stick. He is unable to see also. You cannot see. Always he is young. There is one pastime, and that one temple is there in Chennai, Parthasarathi temple. Temple name. That temple, you see, Krishna has mustache. What happens in Dwaraka? There was marriage ceremony for Krishna's grandsons, not Krishna's sons, grandsons. So there are many. Krishna had 108 wives, correct? Each wife had 100 sons. Then 100 sons के लिए उनको भी बच्चे था. So it was very big family. So there were big marriage ceremony was happening, and bridegroom and bride were there. So marriage was happening. So that time Krishna came. Every woman were started looking at Krishna by seeing his beauty. He is very beautiful, but his grandfather. So Rukmini became very, my husband, everybody is looking. So she went and kept a mustache. You are old person, don't forget. So that one pastime is there. So he is always beauty, means young. Then what else? Fame, famous. That everyone knows Krishna, especially in India, even now Western world also, because of that wonderful pastime he had in Gokul, Vrindavan, and other places. You can see pastime means Krishna only you can take. Narayan or Ram is little less, but a sweet pastimes. Krishna goes and steal butter, and gopis catch and punishes him. This pastime you cannot see in Narayana went somewhere and stolen. Or even Ram is such a, he came to set standard. But Krishna, you see, no standard, nothing. Everything he broke. So such a wonderful pastimes are all there. So in this, he is very famous for this. And renunciation. He doesn't, what happens in Vrindavan, all gopis were thinking Krishna is with me only. In that dance was happening. Krishna was in every group. Individually, he was there. Everybody started thinking everybody is with me only. Krishna also likes gopis very much. Gopis also likes Krishna very much. But when they thought that I am great because Krishna is with me. Then immediately Krishna left them. He easily renounced. So he came and he has so much attachment and he was with the Pandavas. Once he gave that knowledge and the Pandavas were victory, he left. The renunciation also, but we cannot renounce very easily. We cannot even renounce our mobile also. अगर तुम एग्जाम आ रहे मोबाइल नहीं चाहिए और अभी 10 दिन में कुछ चीज नहीं करूंगा गेम नहीं खेलूंगा क्रिकेट नहीं देखूंगा एग्जाम टाइम इज इट पॉसिबल फॉर अस वेरी डिफिकल्ट सो व्हाई आई एम टेलिंग दिस he has everything in full here people may be good in somebody will be handsome he may not be rich somebody is rich he may not be handsome somebody will be having strength somebody will be having wealth so but everyone everything has in full is in Krishna only so that's why he is called as Bhagavan. But everyone is not Bhagavan. Now, nowadays, if someone shows some kind of magic, some mystic power there, so then immediately they will consider he is God. But how to understand God? Shastra says it is written in Shastra that when the God will appear for like Kalki Bhagavan is going to appear now. It is given in Kali Santarna Upanishad. Many places it is given. Even Srimad Bhagavatam it is given. Why he appears, for what purpose he appears, who will be his parents, and where he will appear. Everything is given detail. So that's why when someone says Bhagavan, we have to test him. Is it given in scripture? And what activity he is doing? And when Krishna came, what all wonderful activity he did? And when he was child, 7 years old only, he lifted what? Over them with this little finger. That to left hand. Left hand is little weak, and that to this finger is very weakest part, and he is simply lifted. That to 7 days. 7 days, 7 nights, 7 years, 777. You can remember. So that only can be done by Lord. Not someone challenges that you are God, so you have to also show this. Like this, some miracle. Just they will bring something. This is called mystic power. What they do. That's why we should not consider a cheap person as a Bhagavan. So whatever I told, our Bhagavan will become very old. Here people consider he become very old and he will do some kind of activity and he will be in jail after some time. Many Bhagavan we might have seen, the so-called Bhagavans. Even when God appears also, he did not consider himself as a God. Krishna can say, I am God. No, he also behaved like an ordinary person. He also accepted a guru. Even Lord Ram accepted a guru. Even when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came, he accepted. You know Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? You know, in our altar, we can see three altar. Radha Krishna in middle. Right side is Jagannath Baladev Subhadra. Left side is Gaur Nitai we say. Gauranga or Nityananda. Gauranga, another name is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He is also this Kalki avatar. He came in the sense in Kali Yuga one avatar. He is also. He is non-different than Krishna only. It is also given in scripture. Many scripture. If somebody wants, you can ping me. I can share the details. Many scripture it is told. How Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is there. The purpose he came is to give this Harinam. Because in this Kali Yuga, the only process work is Lord's name. Other process we cannot perform only. Lord, what are the other process? There are 4 yuga. Is there anybody knows what are they? Kali Yuga. These are the 4 yugas. So each yuga one process is prescribed. Satya Yuga meditation. Treta Yuga yagna sacrifice. Dwapar Yuga temple worship puja karte na. Kali Yuga is only name. That's why Maharashtrian also tell na Rama Krishna Hari. Why they are telling Ram Krishna? Tukaram Maharaj so much emphasized. Hari naam le lo. Hari ka naam. Hari mukhe mein naam. Mukh khol ke naam batao. Hari ka naam. That's why Kali Yuga easiest process is chanting the Lord's name. That's why we chant always. Kirtan is going on. At the end of the session, we will chant one round. So this Bhagavan is there in 3 aspects. Abhi thoda philosophy also comes because the chapter is. The 3 aspects is one is Brahman. In Bhagavatam it says Vadanti tat tattvavidam tattvam jnanam advayam brahmeti paramatmeti bhagavan iti sabdyate. One is Brahman. You might have heard, right? Brahman means. Anybody has any knowledge? What is Brahman? Brahma Jyoti. Brahman is a light. Some kind of followers are there. They only worship light. They think Lord is light. That is Brahman, Jyoti. Another type is Paramatma, who is there in everybody's heart. How to understand that Paramatma is residing at our heart? Whenever you want to do some wrong activity, there will be some inner voice. Don't do this. लगता है ना कभी कभी क्यों इधर के नहीं करना है बोल के that inner voice is Paramatma. He is the one who is witnessing whatever activity we are doing. So that is Paramatma relation. Yogis try to meditate on Paramatma. They meditate and they see Paramatma within us. Then third one is Bhagavan. That's what Bhagavan watch I said. Bhagavan means he has form. Paramatma is there within us. And Brahman doesn't have form. How to understand these three things? Sunlight is there. Sun is there. And sun planet also there. So everything is coming from sun, right? From Bhagavan only everything is coming. Other two also. Another easy example is like in one village, there was a village. So first time train is coming. So people are very eagerly waiting. The train is going to come. What is train means? They're waiting. Then from long distance sound came. Horn sound and the train was coming. Then one person saw there only light was there. And that headlight will be there, no, for train. He saw this is train. Then he went. And second person waited for some more time. Then he saw big engine, everything was coming. He felt that is train. And third person waited for some more time. And after he came, he saw that full train. People are sitting inside. Pantry is there, driver is there, all the things he saw. But this is like three. First he saw light only. That is Brahma Jyoti. Then he saw the train. Then that is, we can say, Paramatma realization. So this we will discuss in our future chapters. What are these? So this is such a Bhagavan is there. Arjuna is crying in front of such a Bhagavan that I cannot fight. He's thinking so well. That's why Krishna wants to give this some knowledge. The third chapter, third verse. O son of Pritha, do not yield to this disregarding impotence. It does not become you. Give up such petty weakness of heart and arise, O chastiser of the enemy. Here he said Parantapa. And last word you can see. Taktovicho Taktovitista Parantapa. Parantapa means chastiser of the enemy. You are the one who chastised the enemies, but now what happened to you? So in those days, king will come personally fights. He will be in front whenever there is war. He will fight and he will only tell what should be done, everything. But nowadays, king will be sitting in some AC room, he will just order, ye karo, wo karo, whatever. So this is Satirya spirit. King means should be like this. Not sitting in some room and then trying to order, or one who cannot see also properly. I know one state that some king was there. Means general king means who is ruling. They are called kings. So this is very old and he cannot see also properly. He became king. And very old cannot walk also. That type of kings are there. It is very difficult to leave this kingdom, that position. Dhritarashtra, you see, he doesn't have even little compassion towards his brother's sons, Pandavas. He unable to become, at least my son should become should become king. That's what me and mine. If I am not, at least my sons. And top of it, there is no punishment also nowadays. That capital punishment is nowadays very rare. Rarest of the rare, it is given. Very somebody did such was, but those days it is not like that. Somebody steals, cut the hand. Somebody misbehaves with a woman, then in front of everyone, public only, they will give punishment in such a way that everybody will be fearful. Nowadays, somebody is given death sentence also, he can come out. But people here also, there is false compassion only. How? Anybody knows? Any speculation also. Like they are trying to save him, but he did that punishment. He did not undergo reaction for that. Manu Samhita says this. If a person did murder, he also should be hanged and killed. So in this way, in his next life, he doesn't need to undergo that reaction. So the punishment is not just for fear they are giving. It is actually helps him to come out from that reaction, whatever wrong action he performed. So people again compassionate towards the body only. They are not considering soul. Next life he has to suffer. That's why no reason he will be good person, but a reaction will come and he will get such a trouble. He has to undergo. And nowadays, government also encourage abortions. Abortion also, but that is also, it is killing. It's like murder only again. This is also because they don't have this knowledge, spiritual knowledge or self-realization. They are in ignorance. They think that abortion is normal. Even doctor, if you kill someone outside, police will arrest you. But somebody is inside whom they are killing, but nobody is arresting. They're not much bothered about that. And that person who is doing this abortionist, he has to undergo terrible suffering. So this is also very dangerous thing. So here Arjuna's this false compassion is not appreciated. Everybody has their own opinion, right? Whatever some problem comes, something comes, they will take up their own mind. They consult their own mind only. So mind whatever says, they feel that is good. General mind gives wrong dictation only. So if you see sense object is there, like laptop say object, and then senses will work, seeing, hearing, all. And then means above sense object is sense. Above sense is mind. Mind cannot go and eat something. It cannot desire for anything. Hand doesn't desire anything. Even if you take laddu also, you have to put here like that. Hand will not desire anything. That mind has to give the dictation. You go there and eat that sweet. It will be very nice. Then the leg will walk. All the things will happen. But mind also controlled by intelligence. Above mind, intelligence is there. We'll see that further verses that how it is. Then above intelligence is there, ego. Then comes soul. So this many layers are there. So here what happens? Intelligence also we don't have, means proper intelligence. So then mind will take over. And then mind will give some wrong suggestion only. Then we will we do that, we end up in again another problem. Generally we will see some patch up solution बोलते हैं ना. Patch up solution मतलब अभी time being के लिए ठीक है. अभी you are getting headache. So what do you take? One painkiller. So it is headache is gone really. Actually it is postponed. Again it is going to come. But that is not that root of the solution. It is just patch up solution. Like this only mind gives. Sometimes it end up in again some big problem also. So we don't have proper intelligence on what we should do. Then our intelligence we have to get from Guru. That's what Arjuna is going to do now. I am unable to decide anything. I tried my level best. Even though I am very skillful personality, still why I am unable to take decision? Then he will come to conclusion and surrender to Krishna. Fourth verse. Arjuna is again telling, "O killer of enemies, killer of Madhu, how can I counterattack with the arrows in battle? Men like Bhishma and Drona, who are worthy of my worship." So here he told Krishna, you have weakness of heart. You are very weak person. सबको कुछ लोग रहते ना, कुछ छोटा चीज होएगी रोने के चालू कर देते. Very weak बोलते हैं उनको weakness. Like this, Krishna is telling Arjuna, you are weakness. You have weakness of heart. But Arjuna is telling here, I am not weakness. I am very strongest. Why I am not fighting is because they are worthy of my worship. I have to worship them, and you are telling me to fight. Here it is given Madhusudana and Arisudana. You can see. Second, third and fifth line of the verse. Dronam cha Madhusudana. Then last line, Tujarao Arisudana. Madhusudana means we already saw. You are the killer of demon Madhu. Arisudana means, Ari means enemy. You are killer of enemy. So Arjuna is telling indirectly, you are killer of enemy, but you are asking me to kill my relative. Can you become Vasudev Sudana, Devaki Sutana, Yasoda Sutana? No. You became Madhusudana like that. Arisudana. Arisudana means killer of enemy. Again, he is telling that point only, same point. So he is again proving that I am not very weak-hearted. I am strong-hearted. The purpose I am not killing is they are my worshipable. In general, whatever we don't want to do, either it may be good or bad, we give reason. Once I was talking with one person that how it is sinful eating meat. But he gave reason that if I don't eat meat, then I will not get strength, such and such vitamin all. Protein, vitamin all I don't get. Then I told him that, see, even vegetarian also has many food like milk, chana, goda chana bolte hain na. Goda ko dete usko. How strength? You know the specialty of horse? It will not sit only. Itana ताकत है उसको. So that type of thing, horse is eating and horse is eating. Cow also you see how hefty, eats only grasses. So it is not. So he was unable to accept, but he gave reason because he don't want to stop. So here Arjuna also doesn't want to fight. So he is giving reason why I don't want to fight. He gives that 5 reason, right? Krishna is telling that if you don't fight, they will fight with you. So what you will do? Arjuna says, even if they fight also, no problem. I don't want to fight with them. I don't want to become Bhishma Sudana or Drona Sudana. I have to kill them. And his argument is, they are my seniors, worshipable. I should not even talk against them. If a senior is talking, I should not talk against them. No. Nowadays, nobody is giving that respect. All. So he is telling, even verbal fight also, I should not do with them. And you are telling me to fight physically. That is not correct. It seems Arjuna is correct, right? Everything he is speaking, it is making sense. So that's why now Krishna will give the knowledge, Bhagavad Gita. So Bhagavad Gita knowledge is such a wonderful knowledge which we can understand what is what, exactly what one should do. But nowadays, many people are writing many books. With that, it pollutes our mind more and more only. And we will go through many problems only. It would be better to live in this world by begging than to live at the cost of the lives of great souls who are my teachers. Even though desiring worldly gain, they are superiors. If they are killed, everything we enjoyed will be tainted with blood. See what word he is using. Able to understand? So he is telling better, I will not fight. I will go and beg. If I don't have kingdom also, no problem. I will beg. I will beg and survive. If I kill them, yeah, even though they are desiring some worldly possession, right? They want this kingdom only. It is not something very great thing. But still, I don't want to fight. If I kill whatever I get from that kingdom, it will be tainted with the blood. उनका खून को मारने के बाद उनका खून पूरा निकलने में उससे ही मुझे मिलता है ये. So it is tainted with the blood. That's why I don't want to fight. Still, he did not come to that. He did not stop his argument. He's trying to prove that I am correct and I don't want to fight. So when authorities can be rejected, last verse it is said, nah, they are my teachers, I have to worship them. But when authorities should be rejected, in purport Prabhupada writes that, according to scriptural code, a teacher who engages in an abominable action and has lost his senses of discrimination is fit to be abandoned. They are in the side of adharma. So they should be punished. You are thinking they are worshipped, I should not fight, I should not do verbal fight, or even verbal fight also I should not do. So how I can fight physically? You are telling no. If somebody is not following the moral, then they should be punished. The thing is they are in Adharma side and they are supporting irreligion, not religion. Religion means they should come this side. That's why they should be punished. Bhishma is devotee and why he is Adharmic side? Any reason you know? Why? Because Pandavas are good. He also has affection towards Pandavas only. And he also knows it is wrong what Duryodhana is doing, the Dhritarashtra.
He has taken the oath of like supporting the king of
But what he was?
He has taken the oath of supporting the king
Okay.
of
I took the food from them. I have to support them. Because when they went for a forest, Manavas, so that time, as a Kshatriya, they have to be under Kshatriyas only. They rule kingdom. So that's why he was in their side. And he took food from them, their hand. So I should not, I have to be loyal to them. So I have to support them. That is one reason. And another one is it is Krishna's plan. That is internal reason. Krishna wants to prove that how my devotees Even though such a great personalities like Bhishma, Drona, Karna were there, still how they became victorious. Krishna wants to show. If somebody is following dharma, they will become victorious. If somebody is following adharma, how much power he may be, he will not emerge victorious. Krishna wants to prove that. That's why he made such a arrangement. Again, Arjuna is telling in previous verse, once he told, I will beg. Remember, I told that I will leave everything and beg and survive myself. Let them only have the kingdom. Why I should kill them? At least they will be survived. So but Duryodhana is not thinking like that, right? So all this thing is due to material attachment that he unable to come to any conclusion. Even if we are attached also, it is very difficult to come to proper conclusion. So in that case, who will help us is Guru or devotees, sadhus and Shastra. These things only will help us. Otherwise, we cannot take any decision. So next verse is we are going to see that fifth reason which Arjuna is going to give. 4 reasons we saw, right? That will come in this verse. Nor do we know which is better, conquering them or being conquered by them. If we killed the sons of Dhritarashtra, we should not care to live. Yet they are now standing before us on the battlefield. He's telling, don't know which will be better. I have to win or I have to be defeated by them. If I kill them also, I will not be happy. If I fight, if I live also, I cannot survive. I cannot beg and survive also. He is so much confused. There is 2 problems he is facing. Arjuna is, if I win, my relative has to die, and if I lose, yeah, if I lose, then I have to go to forest or I will die. So in both the case, I don't know what should be done now. He is unable to decide only which is correct, what should be done. And in one sense, it is not possible for Kshatriya also to go and beg. Begging also one should have such a tolerance because people will give so much chastisement. One should tolerate everything. So here Arjuna is so much confused. After speaking so many wonderful reasons, he gave Shastrically also. We will see that how he spoke from which Shastra, Dharma Shastra, उसको ऊपर भी उन्होंने बात किया. इतना बात करने के बाद भी उनको still he is not satisfied. And finally he came to conclusion, I am unable to take any decision. That's why this attachment is obstacle. There is difference between attachment and affection. Does anyone knows? Any try? Appears like both are same, right? You're attached or affectionate towards someone. There is that intention is different. If you are attached to someone, you don't bother about whether it is good or not for him. He will grant it. Like a child is crying, the child is asking, I want ice cream. Mother will give. Mother, he has cold. So mother will say no. It will cause trouble, more trouble to you. So you should not take. But relative, someone is there, then they don't know what is the problem is. So of course, relatives also has affection. But I'm trying to give that example is somebody is so much attached, they will not bother whether he is what is going to give him some trouble or not. It will be helpful for him or not. Just one will think, I am attached to him. Whatever he wants, I have to give. Like which example we can give here? Dhritarashtra. He is so much attached to his sons. That's why he wants to kill Pandavas. And he is not considering it is bad. But whereas Arjuna is considering it is bad killing them. He has real affection. And one side, attachment to body. That is not correct. Like mother refused to give that ice cream to son, but whereas uncle will not think, okay, de do, jo puch rahe, de do. But he will get more fever or more cold. It is a difference between affection and attachment. Dhritarashtra and Duryodhana relationship is based on attachment only. Here Arjuna is thoroughly confused. If I win, relatives has to die. If I don't win, then so much death, then no enjoyment. Everybody will die after that. And if I don't fight, if I leave fight, then I have to beg, which is not Kshatriya Dharma. Kshatriya should not beg. So in this way, he unable to take any decision. Then he thought I have my arguments are useless because it is coming from mind, my own mind. So my own mind always leads to some havoc situation only. So I should not take instruction from my mind. I have to take instruction from some superior authority. So then he considered Krishna as that superior. He knows that Krishna is not ordinary person. He is supreme God only. So next verse, he will surrender to Krishna. Karpanya doso upahata swabhava prachami tvam dharma sammuda cheta yashreyasham nisitam bruhi tanme shishyaste aham sadi mam tvam prapannam. Dear Krishna, Arjuna is going to tell, now I am confused about my duty. So he is telling, I don't know what is dharma. And I have lost all composure because of miserly weakness. In this condition, I am asking you to tell me for certain what is best for me. Now I am your disciple and a soul surrendered unto you. Please instruct me. He is telling, now I am your disciple. Before he was friend. So Arjuna here understood there is really some problem is there, some fault in me. As a Kshatriya, I should fight, but I am not able to admit it. Finally, he admitted. After giving that fifth reason also, he admitted, no, I cannot do anything. So that's why this attachment bewilders one. False attachment. Here, first word is given is Karpanya. Kripana. Kripana means कंजूस बोलते हैं ना, miser. So that word is used. Miserly weakness. It is said na, because of miserly weakness. So this is Kripana means miser. Why the word miser is used? Whom we say कंजूस? किसको बोलते कंजूस बोल की? Yes. Like a person has so much, he is a crorepati, but he is living like a beggar, eating like a beggar, and staying like a beggar in small house. He has so much money. He has access to use that money also, but still he is not using, not even spending whatever is the need also he is not properly taking it. Then we say him kanjus, right? But same kanjus we can say human being also. Like you see any living entity, they need only these four things: eating, sleeping, procreating children, and defending. Eating, sleeping, procreating children, defending. These are the four things all the living entities need. You see any animal, सुबह सुबह उठने के बाद क्या करते हैं? खाने के लिए घूमते रहते, किधर खाने के लिए मिलेगा? Then it eats, find out the food, and they take some rest, sleep, and after eating they will procreate children also. Even dog you take, it also create puppies, and that for defending it barks or bite. So every living entity, any living entity, these four things are there: eating, sleeping, defending. Even human being also has these four things, but human being is the best living entity amongst all the living entities. 84 lakh species of life is there. In that best living entity is human being. Why? Yeah, it has higher intelligence. This all living entity has that how to eat, sleep, and have children and defend. Same thing only human being also here doing. Eat. You can eat in platforms of small hotel also, in home also, or you can go to 5-star hotel also. And a party. That's this thing. Then sleeping. 1 BHK also or bungalow also. And what are all arrangement? AC room. The sophisticated life both of them. And then procreating children also. And for defense also. They have so many alarm, these, that, many things. Some people are there with a gun to protect them. Same thing only doing, but they are not using that higher wisdom, which is given to human being. Can anyone see any other animal is there other than human being? No animal or no other living creature is there other than human being. Because they only use this wisdom, higher wisdom. But if somebody is not using that, that's why it is told that they are kanjus, kripanas. Even though they have that knowledge, still they are not using. So what Shastra says is, they are all two-legged animals. Animal has 4 legs in general. If somebody is not using that intelligence to know who am I, who is God, this is the higher intelligence is given. Only human being can understand that. They only has that access. Like that person had that access to use that money, he's not using. Similarly, we also has that access to use that intelligence. If you don't use, then we are called kanjus, kripanas. So with that higher intelligence, one can ask question and then means appropriate question. And then he can gain knowledge. Through that, he can solve the problem of life. What is a? There are many problems, but real problem is, birth, old age, disease, death. You can remember body. I told you, I think. B for birth, O for old age, D for disease, Y for hemorrhage. Death personified. So we are birth, old age is there. This is the real problem of life. One has to come out of this problem. But without using with his own mind, how much he tries, it again gives next problem. It leads to another problem. Prahlad Maharaj also says, don't try to solve the problem because you cannot solve the problem on your own. So Arjuna also understood that I should not be Kripana. So now I have to accept Krishna's words, and that's why I have to surrender. Even in order to get this spiritual knowledge, also one should be ready to surrender himself. Like Arjuna surrendered everything. Even if you go to school, there are also so many things you have to do, right? Homework, assignment, uniform you have to wear. You should be on time. There are some discipline you have to follow. That's why disciple means the word came from discipline. He has to follow many disciplines. Guru will not give this knowledge very easily. He also tell many things you should do and you should not do. One should ready for that. If he finds nowadays it's very difficult. थोड़ा कुछ बोलेंगे भी अरे ज़्यादा बोल रहे हैं हम नहीं जाना चाहिए इधर. But in those days it is not very easy to gain knowledge. Guru tests so much. Guru means heavy. He tests him. Once he is pleased, then like Arjuna got weapons. He fought literally. Then he was pleased. Then he was awarded. Like he got from Shiva. Such a big fight it happened. Even Bhishma Dev also fought with Parshurama. Why? That one demon, that Hidimba, he wants to marry. No, not another demon, I think this. Hidimba only, na? Someone wants to marry. Huh? Amba. So he denied. Then she went to his guru and told that. So he told, as a Satriya, if somebody approaches, a woman approaches, he has to give shelter. Satriya has to give, king has to give shelter to anyone whoever approaches and take his shelter. Like Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Shabda आप सुना है? उसमें सुखदेव गोस्वामी आते हैं ना, सुखदेव गोस्वामी, Parishit Maharaj. So Parishit Maharaj was going, the time that Kali Purush was there, he was beating the cows. As soon as he was beating cows, he took his sword, went to kill him. Before kill, means as soon as he went, he surrendered. Please don't kill me. He surrendered, then he stopped. If someone surrenders or someone takes shelter of kings, they have to protect. So that woman took shelter of Bhishma. Bhishma did not marry. That's why Parsuram forced. He said, I cannot, because he took that breath. I will remain celibate. Then the fight happened. That's why. That's we already discussed this one point. On our own, we are taking decision means we are hearing the mind. We are not taking higher intelligence. Higher intelligence we get from Shastra. We discussed one session also how Shastra is giving the truth only, not false. Whatever Shastra is given for human being. It's a manual for human being. And one should approach spiritual master only for spiritual inquiries, not for some material benefit. मेरा business ठीक से नहीं चल रहा है. After going there also we should not ask the same thing again. और some आशीर्वाद दे दो सबको. One asks that valid question. So here Arjuna understood this friendly talk will not work out. Now I have to take instruction from Krishna. So I have to accept him as Guru. That's why Krishna was not speaking so far. The second verse he spoke, 2.2. That to just to help him. From where these impurities came, that's it. And in between you cannot see. Now he surrendered, then Krishna will speak. Now next session onwards, Krishna will start gives answer for that 5 reasons. 4 reasons actually. 5th reason is he surrendering. So Krishna will give answer. That second whole chapter will go. That answer for the questions whatever he asked. From there again another question, and that Bhagavad Gita goes like that only. So here surrender, the word used. Surrender means he has to follow the instruction of Guru. Whatever Guru says. Like soldier follows, right, captain? Whatever captain says, the soldier has to follow in military. He cannot say, I cannot do this or do that. If you become under him means you have to follow. That is the rule. Similarly, somebody is accepting Guru means they have to follow him. Because Guru is not going to cheat the disciple. Abhika Guru, but I'm telling real Guru, he will not cheat. His only purpose is how to help him. How to remove him from the problem. Any question? We can stop here and next class we will continue. If there is no question, then we will end here. And we can chant one mantra now, one round. Can I distribute it to everyone?